Hello everybody. Alright, we've got a fat burn meal once again. I think this is meal number 3 ever on the YouTube page. This is going to be a little bit of Italian style, mix it in Mediterranean, healthy habit to eat fish 3 times a week. So we're going to keep that trend going in the next few videos. Just did mahi-mahi yesterday, so if you like mahi-mahi, summer dish, avocado, tomato, real light but delicious and big, look that up. Mahi-mahi, Nutrition Coach Rick. So today we are doing salmon. We've got some Atlantic salmon, 5 ounces cooked weight, folks, that are my clients. That's going to be in our lean category, so it's going to be no healthy fats, which is not a problem. This is going to be delicious without the healthy fats. We've got our spaghetti, squash, but for us working fat burn, it is our spaghetti. We're going to do some tomato, and this is our sauce. So here's how sauce works. You're going to notice this is Rouse? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Anyway, homemade pizza sauce, all right? I'm using pizza sauce on spaghetti and salmon. But you know what? When it comes to crushing goals and fat burn and racing towards that goal, feeling high energy, feeling no hunger, am I really gonna complain about if my sauce says pizza sauce or if it says tomato sauce? You ain't gonna hear it from me, all right? We'll get back to the tomato sauce when we're out of fat burn. But here's, clients, how this works, okay? Because you will not find this in your guidebook. This follows the rules exactly like salad dressing. 3 to 5 grams of fat, 3 to 5 grams of carbs, okay? Just like salad dressing, this got 3 fat and 3 carb. And what we're gonna be doing with this is 1 serving of veggie is half a cup of this. So this is actually gonna count as a veggie. 1 serving of veggie is half a cup of this. We need 3 servings with our 5 ounces of salmon. So let's get right to it. Tools, got the knife, got the spat, got the fork, important one actually, got the pan. Of course, our measuring cups. You can't see it, but scale right here, ready to go, because we're always gonna weigh and measure. And that is our no artificial preservatives, flavors, or colors saute spray, because again, we don't have healthy fats when it comes to salmon. It's got plenty of healthy fats in it, so we're going to utilize this, which is like a freebie to saute with. This does not require healthy fats. So first things first, you start on the spaghetti squash, all right? And you start on this because this is going to take about 15 minutes. Now, if you're feeling like Gordon Ramsay, you can definitely turn the oven on and, you know, do that whole jazz and, you know, spend, I don't know, the next 50 minutes trying to cut a spaghetti squash. But here's the deal. It's 2020. Let's stop pretending that microwaves don't exist, okay? If they were really that big of an evil, it'd be a much bigger issue at this point in time. They've been around forever. I love them. Elon Musk tells me that they're safe. I'm going to regret that comment. So we're going to use a microwave to speed up this process. And this is exactly what you want to do. You want to chop the edges, and then we're going to put slits in the middle. So let me chop these edges here, then we'll get to the slit part. All right, so we've got our slits all the way around. That just allows heat, air, steam to escape. It really just helps it cook. So now I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I'm gonna pop it in for 15 minutes, okay? And I'm going to rotate it after the first 7, okay? So pop it in for 15, rotate it after the first 7, or pop it in for 7, and then another, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 more. All right, so the spaghetti squash is spaghetti squashing in the microwave. So what we're gonna do now is mess with the pepper. This is actually gonna be one of the easiest lean and green meals for the size. And size, I mean like, not so much size, but kinda done upness. This isn't just chicken on some salad. This is gonna look pretty fancy, yet it takes almost no time at all. So you notice I just cut out this little thing of the pepper. You don't need that crap. And then all that white shit in there, get rid of that too. Maybe use a safer knife while you do it. But it comes out super easy. As long as your knives are sharp, just kind of glides right through it. All right, now we're gonna chop it, and I'm going small. So once I chop it the long way to these pieces here, I'm gonna shrink it even more. And I don't need much of this. You'll see how much we're gonna use. Now, this we don't need to touch. It's brand new. It's not refrigerated. The spaghetti squash alone is going to heat this up, so I'm just going to leave this as is, pour it right over the meal when it's done. The salmon, I'm not going to cook until the spaghetti squash is at about halfway point, and the reason being is I like this stuff rare. Okay, so this doesn't need to cook all that long for me anyway. Still got those spaghetti squash going in the microwave, but it's time for this mess right here. So this has been heating up. Got our spray right here. Now remember, this is an olive oil spray specifically. If you're using regular Pam spray, might be a little gross, because we're not using this for non-stick purposes. We're really using this like for saute purposes. Like we really actually want to saute that with this so that we're sauteing in an oil, but not using necessarily the loaded fats of said oil. So, spraying this, I don't really need to show you guys this part, do I? But you all know how to do it. I like to do skin down first, only because I prefer salmon with almost like a crispy skin. Again, you should hear that kind of sizzle when you put it on there. That's how hot the pan should be. Not too hot, not smoking, but kind of that sizzle. Could even be a louder sizzle, but that's all right. Perfect. So I'm going to cook it there for a little bit. That's the majority of where it's going to be cooking, because again, I like the skin like that. But then I'm going to flip it. I'm cooking this rare as hell because that's how I like salmon. So I'm going to be super quick with it. You judge how you like it. Use a thermometer and we'll go from there. So you can see here, I took the little pieces off because obviously these are going to cook quicker. Most folks know that, but if you're new to cooking, which hey, I got some clients that are, these skinny pieces are going to cook way quicker than those fat pieces. So I cut them up, took them off, those are done, and so is this. I got 2 of them going. Definitely going to need mittens for that though. So here's how easy this works once your spaghetti squash does finish. You can tell right off the bat, it's a hell of a lot easier to cut into, just definitely harder to touch. It's burning hot. I'm going to grab some heat gloves here, show you guys right away on the inside. You're gonna have some seeds. Sometimes they're in the middle, sometimes they're on the side. You definitely don't want those. If you're lucky, you can take them out all in one go. Not that it's that bad to have to scrape them out, but it can take a little bit. So once you got the seeds out, you notice it's really stringy. Literally, all you're going to do is take one fork, anchor it on one end, and then just scrape the insides. And as you're scraping the insides, you can see it comes apart already in this like spaghetti form. This stuff is fire. So here's how easy this is. The hard part is done. Now it's just plating it and eating it. All right. We know we need 3 servings of veggie, and we know that spaghetti squash is half a cup per serving. So we're going to do a full cup of spaghetti squash, and that's going to give us our first 2 servings. And super easy to measure. Just use a measuring cup. You don't want to mound it, but you don't want to get too little as well. All right, spread that out. I've got my plate right here. It's already on my scale, but the scale's not turned on. It's actually a strategic reason why, all right? We're gonna grab 1/4 cup, okay? This is important, 1/4 cup, not a half a cup, right? Peppers and tomato sauce is a half a cup per serving, but we only want one more serving, so we can't do a half a cup of each. So here's how we're gonna work this. We get rid of that. Can't do a half a cup of each. So here's how we're gonna work this. I'm gonna do some peppers. I'm even gonna go as far as mix it right in with the spaghetti squash so that we've got peppers sitting in there. And then going to do 1/4 cup of tomato. So we're gonna split up that last serving of veggie between 2 different veggies. And that's gonna go over the top. Now I'm gonna turn the scale on, and the reason I did that last is because now the scale is gonna turn on with the weight already on it, and it's already zeroed. So now I don't have to worry about zeroing it, which is really just a click of a button, so not a big deal to begin with. Let's see here. I'm gonna say this is probably 5 ounces. Just a little bit over. So remember, when we're measuring, we want to be pretty on the money. We've got this down to an exact nutrition, you know, no more guesswork, no more, you know, oh geez, I hope this is enough. Oh, 5 ounces on the dot, look at that. No way. So let me pop it up here. And now I'll show you guys the finished product as always. So there we have it. 100% fat burn approved. Feeling high energy, not feeling that hunger. Eating like a king, I feel like. I mean, shit, how many would eat this out of fat burn? Thanks for watching.